We're live. Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope you have had so far a nice week despite our challenging situation. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support, your continuing donations which help and support the projects here and May7 projects and at the Creative Center. So today we're gonna begin with a pranayama technique called Ujjayi pranayama. This pranayama is actually the basis of the Ashtanga Vinyasa practice. I brought it today because it is so powerful. Basically, it will allow your body to open. It's fundamental in getting to a deeper dimension of the yoga practice, which goes beyond just the physical. Generally, we see the yoga practice just as a movement and getting fit and getting flexible and strong, but it takes a little more to get to that deeper aspect of the practice, which actually is the part that transforms you. So for this breath, you're gonna try to keep your spine straight. Be comfortable in your seated posture. Maybe you can sit over a cushion. If you need to be more comfortable in your hips, ideally if your knees are too high, then you want to have some support on your knees, or lift your hip by sitting on a cushion. And closing your eyes, taking your hands over your knees, palms facing upwards. And you're going to take your chin slightly in. Just slightly, it's not your head going down, it's just your chin going towards, say, your collarbones, where your collarbones join. And that constricts a little bit your throat. So with that constriction, you're gonna begin to breathe in, and imagine saying the sound sa as you inhale, and as you exhale, it sounds like ha, even though you're not doing the sounds. It just sounds like as if. And so if you're doing it properly, you will hear as if it was the ocean. So this breath, this pranayama technique, is also called the ocean breathing. Yeah. So listen to your breath and feel the breath through the throat. And as you inhale, you're gonna imagine the breath going all the way up to the spine, towards the crown, and then all the way down towards your pelvis, making the sound. Now as you go up, if you are pregnant, then so, keeping your eyes closed and your attention on your breath, this restriction of the throat, ideally you use this restriction as you inhale and exhale through your postures and as you transition as well. And you pay attention to the pause that is between the inhalation and the exhalation, and the pause between the exhalation and the inhalation. So one more time, we inhale. Notice the pause, then exhale. Notice the pause. And so on. So through the practice, you will get to those pauses as well, and you will notice it's a moment of like present. Yeah. Now, opening your eyes, We're gonna do some little movements here. So exhale, rounding your back towards the back wall, or pushing really deeply backwards. Inhale, lifting your chest up, nose up to the ceiling. Exhale, rounding one more time. Really sink down, pushing your back, rounding. Inhale. Make that movement very big and large, and make it feel good for you. Exhale one more time, and then back to the center as you inhale. Now from here, take your hands and frame. Center. Now we're gonna do some chest circles. So move your rib cage counterclockwise, big movements. Sort of softening your lower back, softening your shoulders, your arms, your hips. And you inhale as you go forward, or exhale, go back. And then inhale in the other direction. As you go forward, and exhale, going backwards, really softening your rib cage. Now back to the center, walk your hands forward, 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 keeping your back as straight as possible. So if you began rounding, then you must walk a little bit backwards, but find your limit and the position where you can still have your back straight. And from there, round. Taking your chin towards your chest. And now, as you inhale, belly button down to the floor, lifting your head up to the ceiling, chest forward, collarbones to the back. And now as you exhale, return back to the center. Now rolling, finding your way to a standing posture. I'm gonna do some side stretches. So inhale, taking your arms up, clasp your left wrist with your right arm. Inhale, reaching your shoulders towards your face, and exhale to the right side. Then inhale to the center. Now swap the grip of your wrists, and inhale here, growing tall, and exhale. We go again, inhale, swap the grip, exhale, inhale, change hands again, exhale, and in, hands down. And we're going to begin with our sand salutations, walking to the front of the mat, keeping your feet together. If you find that you're feeling balanced, you can also keep your feet hip width apart, that's okay. And from here, first standing straight, drawing your belly in, gently engaging a little bit your glutes, but really you are just tucking in a little bit your tailbone, so you are not arching your back, you're really like in a line. And inhale, taking your arms up, reaching as much as you can, take your eyes towards your thumbs. And 3 breaths here. In your next exhalation, bend forward all the way down to the ground. And here, give priority to your hands reaching the floor. You want your hands flattened down, so if you need to bend your knees so you can reach, then bend your knees all the way so you can have your hands really flat as support, and then from there begin to straighten your legs. And hold here. Remember the ocean breathing, so constrict your throat and listen to your breath.
Grab your elbows and allow yourself to hang, relaxing your head. Say yes, sort of bouncing forward and backwards. And now side to side. Now release the hands to the floor or to your shins. Inhale halfway only. Look into the front wall, and we're gonna just hold this posture. We're gonna work on the alignment, so take your shoulders back towards your lower back. So you're pushing your shoulders away from your ears, opening your chest, belly button sticking down, reaching for your thighs while your sitting bones are going up. Now look at your nose for a little while. And exhale all the way down. Now take your right leg back and then your left foot back for a plank posture. And here you can choose be on your fours, all fours. If you find plank is very strong for you, this is okay. Just make sure you're lifting your core, or you can be in a half plank or full plank. We're gonna hold the plank, whatever you are. Hold the posture. Engage in your core, flattening your hands down to the mat. Knuckles are pressing firmly. Fingertips spread. Ocean breathing, 5 breaths. You can drop to a child pose if you feel tired. All good. And as you exhale, take your hips back up to a downward facing dog. We're still warming up here. So bend your legs like a bicycle, sort of to soften your lower back. Sway your hips side to side, keeping your legs bent. Now bend your legs all the way so that your chest sort of reaches towards your knees. Maybe it won't reach, but it's okay. Just in that direction, one day it will reach. Hold this for 2 breaths. 1 and 2. Straighten your legs. Plant your heels as close to the floor as possible. And keep pushing through your hands in your downward facing dog. Lift your toes, or try to lift your toes. Do your best. They may not lift, and that's totally okay. Just the intention is what matters at the moment. And if you were able to lift them up off the floor, then you can begin to take them down one by one to the floor with control. Now, inhale, lifting your heels up. Hold this posture, really trying to get your hips up to the ceiling. Keeping pushing the push through your hands against the mat. Now, exhale as you land your heels to the right side. Inhale to the center, all the way up, heels up. And then exhale to the left side, heels down to the floor. Inhale the way up to the ceiling. And exhale, heels down the floor. Now looking between your hands, we're gonna walk with control, lifting each foot consciously, pressing the mat with your hands. Exhale here. Now interlace your hands at the back and let them fall forward over your head. You can have your knees bent as well. Relax your shoulders, relax the joints. Do not force at all. And use the deep breath. So you can hook your mind to the sound of the breath. Hands down to the floor, Inhale, halfway lift only. Exhale, forehead to your shins or in that direction. And inhale all the way up. Reach up, 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 up. Exhale, hands to the center. We're gonna say 3 long ohms. So closing your eyes. Exhale your breath. Take a deep inhalation towards your belly. Inhale. Gently opening your eyes, lowering your hands down. I'm gonna go with a little bit more flow. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, reaching forward, going down. Inhale, left leg back. Right leg back to your own variation of your plank. And now exhale, going down. You can choose going down through your knees or all the way from plank, your choice. All the way to the floor, this time extending your legs. Lift into a baby cobra, holding this posture. Look into your nose, shoulders going back. You are not using your arms at all. Now from here, open your legs hip width and push up through your hands. You can also stay down in a baby cobra if you wish. For now, we're gonna keep our chin in, so we are sure we're pushing your shoulders away from your ears. So make sure you're not sinking down, you're only pushing up. Exhale to downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here in silence. Now inhale, walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward forward bend. And inhale all the way up. Looking up. Exhale, hands down. We go again. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, reaching forward as much as you can. All the way down to your own limit. Inhale, halfway lift. Looking to the front wall. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back. Inhale here and exhale going down. Remember, you can choose to use your knees or you can go straight from plank all the way to the floor. Choose between baby cobra or straight away to upward facing dog as you inhale. Notice the pause. And now exhale to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here in silence. And looking between your hands, walk or maybe step all the way. Make sure that if you are stepping, you are lifting your feet. You are not dragging your feet at all. Each foot is gently lifted. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Now bend your knees. Hold the squat. Maybe you're up here, all good. Find where you are, just hold it. One more breath. Now inhale, keeping your legs as bent as you can, lifting your hands up to the ceiling, looking to your thumbs. Exhale, taking your chest towards your thighs, straightening your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back, and transition to your plank, and then down to the floor, all the way to the floor, to your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now take your left foot in a 45-degree angle. And then take your right foot in between your hands and lift to a warrior one. Ground your legs, make sure you're pressing the mat apart, that the back foot is pressing firmly the ground, perhaps bending more your front knee. We're gonna hold here, reaching with your arms to the front, up to the ceiling. Now, if your elbows are bending, it's better to take your arms a little forward. You will only lift your hands as high as you can keep your elbows straight. Chest forward. One more breath. As you exhale, hands down to the floor. Take your front foot to the back, maybe lift it. And exhale, going down. All the way down to the floor. Upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're swapping sides now, so right foot, 45-degree angle. Left foot in between your hands. Inhale the way up. And hold the posture. Notice any difference in the side. Maybe this side is more comfortable. Make sure you're grounding the back foot to the floor, lifting continuously. One more breath. Exhale, going down. Take the front foot back and maybe up, and transition there to a plank, all the way down to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Listening to your ocean breath. Walking towards your hands or stepping. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe a deeper version this time. Exhale like a wave going down. Inhale the way up. And this time we're gonna invert the movement. So bend your knees. Keep looking at your thumbs. Bending your hands now. Hands to your chest. Straighten your arms. Inhale, taking your arms to the back of your shoulders. And try to keep yourself as straight as possible. Make sure you're breathing comfortably, or attempt to, but do not hold your breath. Inhale, hands to the front, hands to the floor, and straighten your legs up to a forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back. Transition to a plank, so inhale, lift, going a little bit forward. Exhale, going down. Go to a baby cobra or immediately to an upward facing dog. In the upward facing dog, your legs are very straight, strong, hips lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot, 45-degree angle. Left foot, 45-degree angle. Right foot in between your hands. Inhale, lifting up. The moment you reach, immediately you go down to the floor. Now take that right foot all the way up, and let's hold the foot up, pointing. Keep breathing deeply with the ocean breath. Now flex your foot. Notice any difference. Now point again, lift perhaps higher up. Keep pushing through your hands. Now bend that knee, open your hips. Twisting. sort of like taking your knee to the ceiling. Now back to center, point the foot up to the ceiling. Exhale, foot down, transition into a plank, exhaling down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now right foot 45-degree angle, left foot in between your hands. Inhale, lifting up. The moment you reach, immediately you go down, exhaling. Left foot, this time all the way up. And hold, pointing your foot. Try to keep your hips squared. And keep your breath, noticing the sound. Now flex your foot. Point again, bend that knee and open your hips, taking your knee towards the ceiling. Notice your breath. Now extend your leg up one more time, foot pointing to the ceiling. Maybe more up. And now foot down to the floor. As you exhale, transition to a plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale to an upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Remember, you can always drop to a child posture if you need to rest. 2 breaths. Now step to your hands. Exhale, forward bend. And inhale all the way up. And we're gonna do bend your knees to Utkatasana. Squeeze your hands in between. Squeeze your head in between your arms. Interlace your fingers, pointing your index fingers up. Maybe sit more. Maybe more. And keep reaching up with your hands. One more breath. Exhale down. Forward bend. Now spread your legs hip width apart. Interlace your toes in between your ring finger and your middle finger. Inhale, arching your back, straightening your arms and looking to the front. And then exhaling deeply. Forward bend. Keep lifting your toes gently off the ground, elbows to the sides. And relax here. Closing your eyes. Leaning forward. Creating a space in your lower belly, so drawing your belly in. Now keeping the grip of your toes, straighten your arms, inhaling, looking up to the front ball, and exhale, take your hands under your feet. You can have your knees bent so that you can actually take your hands very deep underneath your feet. So make sure that you can massage your wrists here. You want to feel your toes touching your wrists. Now if from there you can straighten your legs all the way, then do so. Or straighten them to your own limit or your own capability, and exhale down. And lean forward. Breathing deeply here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your hands off your feet and take them to your hip. Exhale, chin in. Inhale all the way up. Hands to the center. Feet together. Open to the back. Take a step back with your right foot. And pivot your feet to the opposite side. So your left foot is in a 45-degree angle, and your right foot is facing straight to the front. Now align your face, your head with your front leg and your torso. Push your left hip to the back. Inhale, reaching forward, keeping your left hand on your waist. Exhale, going down to Trikonasana. Now here, you may not go all the way down. Yeah, make sure you're pressing your feet firmly to the ground, pushing the mat apart. And if you go all the way down, maybe you will land your hand, or you can choose grabbing your toe. Now, take your attention to the left shoulder and begin to take that shoulder up to the ceiling, opening your chest. Keeping your head aligned with your foot. If your chest is really open, then you can take your arm up and maybe look up. If your chest is not open, just stay looking down. If you're gripping your toe, then pull up. So you are not resting down on the floor, but it's an active posture, reaching up. Looking to your thumb. Doing the ocean breathing, listening to your throat breath. One more breath. As you exhale, look down to the floor and push all the way up to standing. We do the other side, so just pivot your feet, facing the other way, align yourself, push your back hip to the back, your right hip, hand to the waist, left arm extended, inhale going forward, exhale down, repeat exact same that you did before, and the same goes. Lead with your shoulder to open, so your chest is open, and if it's open, then you extend your hand up, looking up. If you are holding your toe, then push away, push up, as you push down with your toe as well. So it's very active posture. Looking to your thumb, pressing your feet firmly to the ground. Now inhale all the way up. Hands to the waist. Spread your legs a little bit more apart. Now the left foot is in a 90-degree angle. The other foot is facing the wall. And bend your knee. Now here you need to find first your how you say, be very comfortable. You want to be really grounded. So if you're really grounded here, maybe you can go to your limit. Make sure you're really stable. Yeah. Some of you may be up here. We're gonna go to this posture, yeah, which is an option, a beginner's version of the full version, which is Konasana. Yeah. So your right hand is in the outside of your right leg. You're pressing firmly the ground with the left foot, reaching with your fingertips. Exhale, taking the hand down, pushing through that front foot, all the way up, pivoting the foot the other way. And the same applies. Find your level. Maybe you're here. Make sure you're really stable on your legs. Yeah. If you're here, you reach up. If you're really comfortable, then you go all the way down. You keep reaching. You're really not resting on the hand that is on the floor. The hand is just there, but it's your legs. You keep opening your chest. Keep reaching away with your fingertips, looking at your fingertips, grounding your back foot to the ground, listening to your breath. Now hand down to the floor, push up to standing. Now take your toes a little bit inwards. So heels are slightly out. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, all the way down, hands to the floor. From here, inhale, lifting your head up, arching your back, collarbones to the back, belly button down to the floor. Exhale, rounding, chin in to your chest. Inhale again, arching, looking up. And in the next exhalation, go down to the floor. To your own limit. The important thing is to relax your upper torso and keeping your legs strong. So your legs are really pressing the mat. You are taking your bum up to the ceiling, your hip. So it's extending. And do your best to relax there. If you're reaching the ground with your head, you can go in between your legs. Five breaths. Take your hands to the floor, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chin in only. And now all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the waist. Now interlace your hands behind your back, like that. And notice as you inhale out that your shoulders are not going back, but they are pointing to the front. So we inhale looking up, but our shoulders are pointing to the floor, to the front. Exhale, going all the way down. And allow your hands to go wherever they go. Try to have your elbows as straight as possible. One day they will go to the floor, but do not force at all the movement, just let them be wherever they are. Relaxing your torso as much as possible. Keeping your legs straight and grounded. Pressing to the external side of your feet. Reaching with your pelvis up to the ceiling. Do not hold your breath. Make sure you are breathing consciously. Inhale all the way up to standing. Now pivot your feet to the left side, making sure the back foot is in a 45-degree angle. Yeah. Now you want your hips to be facing all the way towards the left foot. Now you have two options here. You can do reverse prayer, yeah, meaning you want to rotate your shoulders first so you can grip like that from the back. If this is very difficult for you, you can just grab your elbows, okay? Or even your hands or your wrists. Grab something, do what you can, and from there, inhale, reaching up with your chest, and exhale, reaching forward and down. Parsvottanasana. Looking at your toe, lifting your elbows continuously to the ceiling, and press your palms together. One more breath. Inhale, pushing through that front foot all the way up. And pivot your feet to do the other side. Keeping your hands where they were. Inhale, lifting up your torso, and exhale, reaching forward and down. Looking at your toe. Remember to continuously lift your elbows to the ceiling and press your hands together. One more breath. Inhale, pushing through that front foot all the way to standing. Now facing the front, we're gonna do some balance. So we're gonna cross the right foot over the left foot and the right arm over the left arm. Now, if you find this already challenging, then you will stay here. Otherwise, you're gonna go down the floor. Make sure your knees are crossing, yeah? You don't want this, yeah? You want the left knee under the right knee as you go down, okay? So begin to go down and try attempt to sit on the left foot. So your front foot is flat down. Now inhale, take your elbows up to the ceiling. You optional looking up. Just look up if you're really balanced looking down. Otherwise, don't look up because it's more challenging. Release your hands to the ground. Now, option 1, you stay here. Yeah? Option 2, straighten your leg. It can be on the ground. Yeah, just do what you can. One more breath here. Now cross your leg, again where it was. Option to stay here, or this time lean on this standing leg and lift the back leg off the ground. Remember, it can be anywhere, just do your best. Now bring it back to the position, starting position. Cross your arms as they were before, and begin to go up as you inhale. Exhale, hands down. Back to the center. Inhale, reaching up, crossing left over right, and the same with your feet, left over right. Make sure you have a large space in between your feet, and exhale as you go down. Now stay here looking to the front. Maybe you're a little higher up, all good. If you're really comfortable, look up, lift your elbows towards the ceiling. As you exhale, hands to the floor, and choose staying here or lifting the front leg, extending into the front, the leg that is crossing over. So you have to put your hands wide apart so that your foot is not on the way, or your hand is not on the way. Foot to the floor, option to stay here or lean forward to that foot that is on the ground, flat, and lift the back foot. Yep. Now back to the center. Do the cross again that you were doing before, left over right. Go up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale. Now grab your left wrist with your right arm. This time we have our legs together. Inhale and exhale to the side. Inhale up and exhale to the right side. Inhale up. Release the grip. And I'm going to do one last balance. So you can find support of a wall if you need to. Take your right leg over just above your knee. So if you're finding support, you can bend your left knee and take your right knee over. This may be all you do, yeah? If this is already challenging for you. Otherwise, just find your balance, yeah? Not on the knee, just a little bit above, yeah? Notice how you feel, your balance, hands to the heart center. If your balance, begin to bend that knee, so you're sort of sitting, and find your level. Press firmly your hands together. It will help you find your balance. And find one spot to gaze. Concentration helps with your balance. In fact, a great deal of the balance is just concentration. Remember, you don't have to go all the way down, you can be standing. One more breath here. Inhale, pushing up. Release.
And now we do the other side. So again, if you were using support, the same thing, just support yourself. Maybe this is all you do, no problem. Yep, if you don't need the wall, use it. Sometimes one side is different than the other, you can be surprised. And find your level. It's good to have challenges. Just make sure you're not judging yourself. Maybe stay a little bit higher up if you need to. No need to go all the way down. Be gentle with yourself. Remember, it's not about performing. It's about the fun of it. One more breath. Inhale, going up. Release your leg. And exhale down to squat. So if your heels are up, no problem, one day they will go down. You can roll your mat and put them under your heels, but I wouldn't recommend that really. You want them to go down eventually. Rocking side to side. Taking a little moment with your eyes closed. Now release your hands. Option 1 is simply to keep your right hand on the floor and lift your left hand up. If you find this is really comfortable, easy for you, then the option 2 is to rotate your shoulder, go around your leg and bind, or just keeping your arm up or bind behind. Look up if possible. Inhale, hand up, or if you were there, just stay there. And exhale, hand to the floor. Repeat the exact same option you did. So you were just with your hand on the floor, attempted to open. That's good. Repeat the same. Otherwise, rotate your shoulder, go around your leg, stay with your other arm up, or rotate also that arm so you can grip and look up. Continuously noticing your breath, for your breath will tell you if you have gone too far. Release the grip, inhale, arm up, exhale, hand to the floor. Find your way to a sitting posture, maybe taking your hands to the floor, crossing your legs. We're gonna take our left leg parallel, the shin parallel to the mat, and then the other leg on top. Now, if you find that your right leg is really lifting up, then you will stay just with a cross leg, okay? If your knees around here is okay, okay? Now walk forward. Maybe you will stop here. If you're really flexible, maybe you can go all the way down and relax there. So find a level where you feel something and you can breathe there deeply, allowing your body to open. One more breath here. Inhale, looking up. Keeping your arms where they are. Just inhale, looking up. Exhale, chin in. Going back to standing. Swap your legs. And the same, maybe notice if maybe one side is more flexible than the other. All good. Just notice those patterns. Exhale, going forward to your own limit. Do not force. Accept whatever your body is. It's all good, whatever it is. Now inhale, going all the way up. Now cross your legs as the usual cross-legged posture. Now bring your legs towards your chest
and make a tight ball, as we generally do. Taking forehead to knees. And activate your feet, so your feet are not floppy there, they're really trying to reach for your thighs. Now lift your head up and begin to undo your arms, doing your best to not spring open. Yep. Keep your knees as close to your chest as possible, reaching away with your arms, fingertips extending, shoulders down towards your hips. See if you can swap legs and keep the grip, the tight ball. Make sure you're smiling, you're not tensing. Gently undo the crossing, take your legs together, and now several options. You can have your feet touching or gently lifted, or 90 degrees, or all the way up. You choose and hold whatever it is your choice, and press your legs together so they are really actively together. Stay there, look at your toes, chest up. Use your arms as well, so you're taking your shoulders down to your hips, reaching away with your arms. Cross your legs to the floor. Exhale here, round your back, and as you inhale, lift your bum. Hold. Exhale down. Remember, if you don't lift, all good, no problem. A lot is happening inside. One day you will see something. One day it will happen. Cross the other way and the same. Exhale. And as you inhale, push up, lifting your bum. And hold for 3 breaths. Exhale down. Extend your legs to the front. Straight legs. Point your feet. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, going forward. And rest here. Visualize your spine like a wave. So every time you inhale, you're doing like a little ripple. All the time. So that whenever you are inhaling, you are reaching far closer to your feet. And use this opportunity to bring your awareness inside of your body. Keeping your eyes closed, just feel. Inhale, lifting your head up. Try to keep your arms where they are. Exhale, chin in. And now take your hands to the back. A little bit, let's say, not aligned with your hips, just behind a little bit. And from here, choose between bending your knees and going up as you inhale, pushing your hips up. Try to make a straight line, looking at your belly button, and then exhale, head back. Inhale, looking at your belly button, exhale down. Choose in repeating exactly the same or doing the full version, which is with the legs extended. If you're going with the legs extended, legs are together, pressing together actively, feet are pointed, yep. Butt is going to be engaged, and go up. And push through your arms, breathe towards your upper body, towards your ribs. One more time. And exhale as you go down, gently with control. Now open your feet hip width apart. And very gently, we're gonna go down to the floor. Very slowly. Think of massaging your back, like really feeling each bone, like a necklace, like a pearl necklace, going bit by bit down to the floor.
all the way to the floor. Walk your feet closer to your bum. And now press your belly button to the ground so you lift your tailbone. And then from there begin to lift up. As well, rounding as much your back, lifting up your hips. As you inhale, hold it up. And press through your heels so that you can lift more your chest towards your chin. And keep breathing here. Make sure you're not allowing your hips to go down. Remember, if you get tired, you can go down, but do your best. And do not force. Exhale, rounding down. Rounding slowly. Round as much as you can, especially the part of the lower back. Generally, that back has little movement. Now back again, up, pressing your belly button down to the floor, lifting your tailbone first, and then the rest of the back, all the way up. Again, feeling that stretch in your hip flexors. Maybe this time you push a little more. Maybe interlacing your hands under your back, wiggling your shoulders. And exhale, rounding back again, undo your hands. Slowly, very consciously of what is happening in your back. Slowly gives you control of movement and awareness, which is the most important bit. Now squeeze your knees towards your chest. Lift your head, touching your forehead with your knees. Relax your head back to the floor. Open your arms to the sides. Allow your knees to drop to the right side as you look to the left side. Breathing to the side of the body that is opening to the ceiling. Now inhale to the center, and now drop your knees to the left side. See if you can look to the right side. Now lift your knees up to the center one more time. This time extend your right leg to the floor. Grip your left knee with your hands, and twist to the right side. Opening your arms, keep your right hand over your left knee. And now, optional, only optional, bend the foot of your extended leg and grip it with your left arm, left hand. So basically you're trying to grab your right foot with your left hand, but keep your shoulders grounded on the floor. Now release the foot, extend the leg, return to the center. Now bring both legs in, knees to chest, extend the left leg now. Grip your right knee with your hands and rotate, twisting to the left side, keeping your left hand on your right leg, opening your right hand to the side, and optional to bend the extended leg and grab your foot with your right arm, right hand. Grounding your shoulder as much as close to the floor as possible. Now release the foot. Go back to the center. One more squeeze of your legs towards your chest. And from here, straighten your legs. Spread them open. Open your arms to the sides of your body.
Allow your feet to flop and relax into Shavasana. Take one deep inhalation and exhale through your mouth as you drop everything. One more. Inhale. Exhaling through your mouth. And the last one. Deep inhalation and now keep breathing through your nose. You're going to visualize a rectangle. The long side is an inhalation of 6 counts of your own, and then you move 3 counts holding your breath, then down the other long side as you exhale for 6 counts, and then hold your breath for 3 counts. Make the counts comfortable so that you can breathe without forcing your breath. Now drop the exercise and begin to scan your body from toes all the way up to your crown. Emphasizing your toes, feeling the big toes, then the second toes, the third toes, the fourth toes, the little toes, and feel every bit of your body as you go through with your awareness through each bit, going up your feet, to the ankles, the thighs, all the way up to your pelvis. Relax over your abdominal area, your torso, your lower back, middle back, upper back, your shoulders, collarbones, upper arm, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms of the hands, thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, little fingers. Now take your attention to the palm of your hands and notice if you feel something. Take all your attention to the right hand, now to the left hand, again to the right hand, now the left hand, now both palms. Travel up your wrist, your forearm, your elbow, upper arm, shoulders, collarbones, neck and throat. Relax. Relax your jaw, your tongue, your lips, your eyes, your forehead. You're fully relaxed now. And for a little while, just stay here in silence, just feeling and being, nothing more. Staying completely relaxed.
Gently waking up your body. Moving, wiggling your fingertips and your toes. Taking your knees towards your chest. Maybe massaging or doing some circles with your knees. Now rocking to your right side, using your right arm like a pillow. Taking a few breaths or a couple of breaths in that posture. Then gently finding your way up to a seated posture with your eyes closed. Staying a little while, just noticing how you feel, noticing your breath, noticing your overall feeling. Taking your hands to the heart center for one long Om to close the session. Exhale first, inhale to your belly. Hands to the floor, to the knees. Open gently your eyes. Look into the floor. See if you can have the same sensation of keeping your eyes closed, but with your eyes open, as if you could be still inward. Now lift your gaze, and that's all for today. See you next week, and thank you. Namaste. Bye.